Hey everybody, this is August 17th, 2021. We're here with Ingwe Immigration, answering all your questions regarding Canadian immigration matters here in Canada. This is a free session, so any questions you have, we can answer. I am licensed with the regulatory body in Canada, which allows me to give immigration advice. What we're going to be talking about are immigration news, answering your questions on eligibility criteria and other programs related to Canadian immigration. Whether you're a student, a worker, family member, you're a Canadian, you're planning to sponsor somebody, family member, or you're trying to help a family or friend come to Canada, whether you're inside trying to renew work permit or an LMIA, or trying to apply for your permanent residency, we're here today to answer your questions. So if you don't know how this works and it's your first time, because we are here every Tuesday, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Time, North America, you post your questions in the comments section of whether you're in Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and we get to answer your questions right on the spot, right? So it doesn't matter what the question is. Don't worry, there's no question that's too hard or too easy. We're here to guide you. That's the purpose of this session. So the purpose of this session is not to do anything else except helping people who have some basic questions or some complicated questions on Canadian immigration matters, to help you on your application, eligibility, what not to do and what to do, right? Do's and don'ts. This will be available in a recording on our Facebook, YouTube, and IGTV feed. So you can always go back. We're here every Tuesday. Post your question and we're happy to answer it live here. So what we're going to talk about today is about refusals, okay? So a lot of people from different countries don't have the opportunity to come to Canada because their visas are refused by the embassies overseas. Why is that? Well, because of the policy of those embassies is to refuse higher rates of people. So some countries it's easy to get a visa, from some countries it's very difficult. And if you're from one of those countries, you understand. So what are your options? We're going to jump into that right after. So we have a question from Manja saying, hello, I applied for my SOWP, which is a spousal open work permit, which is for spouses of full-time international students or full-time temporary foreign workers. It's in November 2020. Still no reply. What do I do? Okay, so the important part is, Manjas, is that you applied from inside of Canada. If you applied from the embassy, there's no way an overseas embassy would have processed any open spousal work permit during COVID. Fact. Okay, let's take a moment of silence to absorb that fact. Okay, from inside of Canada, 100% possible, as long as the international student or temporary foreign worker, who's the principal here, is actively working or studying and you applied from inside. If you applied from inside of Canada, which I think you didn't, and it's been 8, 9, 10 months, well, you need to call and send a web form to IRCC. But I have not seen any case which will take 8, 9 months from inside of Canada if you do meet the eligibility criteria. Okay, so that was the question. I hope I've clarified. Let's go back into refusals. So countries applying, you're applying from an overseas embassy for a visitor visa, study permit, or work permit. You're refused. What do you do next? Your options are: A, you reapply; 2, you take it for judicial review, which basically means you appeal it. You attempt to appeal it in federal court in Canada. And 3, you give up and you go to another country. Forget Canada. Those are 3 options that you have when you get refused. The first option is to reapply. If you're reapplying and you did not change anything about your original application for a visitor visa, study permit, or work permit, then forget it. It's not worth it because you will be refused again. The second option is federal court judicial review. Yes, it's possible. If you're not inside of Canada, if you've never stepped foot inside of Canada, yes, you have the right to appeal a decision that was made by an overseas officer in one of the Canadian embassies. So that's possible. It's not cheap. There's a process. But if you have a winning case and you don't know why they refused it and you're scared to reapply because you'll get another refusal, you can take it for appeal, judicial review. If you don't know how to do that, connect with us. We'd be happy to explain the process, the steps, the costing, everything. Okay? What a lot of people don't understand is also, is there a limit to how many times I can apply after being refused? No, you can apply for 1,000 times, infinite times. But what will happen after the second refusal is you will be refused by default. They won't even look at your application anymore. After the third refusal and fourth, you need to have a serious game plan in place. Okay, so don't just go reapplying blindly, wishing or hoping that it will be approved. So this is for applicants from outside of Canada who are in high refusal regions: Africa, Middle East, Asia, right? Other countries, Poland, Russia, right? Iran, Abu Dhabi embassy, the Canadian embassy in Abu Dhabi, very difficult embassy to deal with, right? If you're in Saudi Arabia, if you're somewhere in Africa, like Nigeria, these are high refusal regions, okay? So that's our little insight into refusals, what to do, what not to do, what are your options, okay? As I said, 3 options: give up, reapply blindly, or take it for judicial review. And then when you're reapplying, make sure you reapply with proper changes to your application. Maybe you're applying for college and that was not the right study plan or path to take because you have a master's degree or university degree. Why are you going for college? And they refuse you based on that. Maybe your financial assets, your ties to your home country. These are all key factors, okay? Let's look at if there's any other questions. We'd be happy to answer. So again, the way it works for anybody who's joined us, you post your questions on the comment section here, wherever you're connecting from. We read it out loud and we answer you live, okay? So that's the best thing that's possible, right? So going back to refusal, so that's a key part, right? Another key point with applying for study permits and visitor visas and all sorts of stuff. Well, for international students, sometimes you do get refused if you're applying for college. Not all the time. Many students come to college. But if you were refused again and again because you had higher education in your home country and you're going back to college here, it may not make sense. So master's degrees in higher education are possible. You need to consider that. If you don't know how to do the admission or if it's difficult or you're lost, we'd be happy to help as well. We have a dedicated education team that has partnerships with universities for higher education. So college, master's degree, postgraduate degrees, diplomas and certificates. And again, when you consider any type of education to come and study in Canada as an international student, make sure you consider the immigration path after, the implications for that, okay? So a lot of people are not asking us questions today, so that forces me to keep on talking and talking and talking. And somebody asked me the other day, hey, Reza, how can you talk so much? well, I don't know. Do you drink caffeine like coffee all the time? I said, no, I don't drink caffeine. Imagine if I actually drank coffee, right? So we have a lot of our regular viewers today. Okay, I think Olive is there. Hi, Olive. How are you? I've got Juju June. Hi, Jolie. Hi, hey, Alexan and Laura. So yeah, saying hi to everybody there, because you know what? Nobody's asking questions, so I'm just going through some basic things that most people ask us, right? And we're here to answer your questions for free. Remember, folks, free. If you don't like free, then you can come to our website and you can pay $250 and we can give you an immigration consultation. That's fine. And the other choice is you come here on Tuesdays, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and we answer it for free. So which one would you prefer? Let's take a vote. Who likes free? Okay, if you're watching and you're not asleep, who likes free? Do you know what free is? Yeah, free is 0 credit card, 0 cash, 0 wallet, 0 money, 0, 0, 0. That's free. Okay, so we have a question. Rosa Albaya La Luna. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's a great name, by the way. How many times may I wait to apply again when I receive a refusal? 0. You do not need to wait. But my suggestion is, Rosa, is that you prepare your application. So if you were refused once for a visitor visa, study permit, or work permit, and you're outside of Canada and you get a refusal, first check the refusal reasons. Apply to get the officer notes. You need somebody in Canada to do that for you, basically. And then look at the reasons for refusal before you reply and go fix the issues that they said. When you fix it, then you can reapply. If you don't think you need any fixing for your profile, your application, then just reapply immediately. The same day you get refused, you can reapply. There's no waiting time. So that's a good question, by the way. Rosa Albaya. Yeah, I think I know you. Okay. Wahid Amin, are you also responsible for registration questions? Not sure what you mean, Wahid, by registration questions. Give me a little bit more insight into that, what you mean, and I'd be happy to help out. Whether we can ask registration or answer registration questions. Registration for what? I don't know. Kisha Avatar 216. Hey, after receiving a temporary number, how long does it take to get the actual acknowledgement of residency, right? Or if I may ask, what is the purpose is the temporary application number? So the temporary application number is there's a few parts to that. One is they don't want everybody sending them messages asking what happened to my case, what happened to my case. So they're giving out temporary file numbers just to say that we're checking eligibility. So we're checking your documents to make sure that your documents are in your order. So it's not a permanent file number because they don't know if your documents and everything are there, right? So it's a temporary number so they don't receive messages from everybody asking what's happened to my case. That's the purpose of temporary file number. And if you notice, temporary file numbers have become very popular now during COVID because of the delay, okay? So we didn't get a follow-up from Wahid, registration question, so I don't know. Any other questions, we'd be happy to help. But yeah, those are the key points on refusals that we did. So if you just joined us, you can always get back to our channel, watch the recording of this later on, and we'd be happy to help you out with refusals. And there's so many cases that get refused for work permits, even when the employer in Canada has accepted the worker, has recruited them, has offered them a job, you could still be refused. You can even be refused a permanent residency. but you have the right for appeal. It doesn't mean that all appeals are accepted. There has to be an error in law. Okay, and there's areas that there's a certain amount of discretion by the officers, the IRCC workers, that is a fine line between within a legal framework and outside of the legal framework. Okay, so Wahid is asking his follow-up questions. I already got the offer and was supposed to start in July, but due to eye issues, I was not able to make it in July. I sent so many emails to take me off and put me for September or January cohort, no response. Okay. Wahid, can you give me some context about, is this an incubator? Is this university, college? What is this? I sent my doctor prescription to. Yeah. So which program are we talking about, Wahid? I'm a little bit not sure which program. So when you say cohort, are we talking about a master's? Are we talking about a startup visa, incubator program? What are you talking about? Oh, MBA foundation. Okay. Okay. I got the offer and was supposed to start in July, but due to eye issues, I was not able to make it. I sent so many emails to take me off and put me for September. Okay, which university is this, Wahid? And which country are you from? Like where are you? Are you inside of Canada or you're outside? Do you already have your study permit approved? Oh, I'm already in Canada. Okay, and you can't talk to the university. Which university is this, by the way? Oh, University of Canada West. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Did you try calling them? I mean, their call center, because they have a call center here in Toronto and Vancouver. Most of their calls are actually processed here in Toronto. You spoke with them, their admission, their registration? I think he's typing something. Yeah. Yes, I did. And did they? So what did they say? I mean, basically, it's up to the school, Wahid, right? So it's either you were refused a study permit, but you're already in Canada, or you have a medical issue. You said you did, and you had a doctor's note. So it's up to them to respond. They are slow. All schools are very slow now, right? So from what you could say is in July, they should be replying by now, but I figure some of their staff are on holiday in August, and in July you initiated it. But you have to keep calling, emailing admissions, registration, and with the medical. I'm a Canadian citizen. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're the first Canadian citizen in this channel, by the way, Wahid. Congratulations. Everybody else here is an immigrant or planning to immigrate. But yeah, I mean, obviously you're a citizen. You just have to push hard, Wahid. I mean, what can I say? What can we do? Anybody that doesn't respond to you, got to push hard. Email, telephone, daily, up to the point that they get fed up with you, right? Sorry, I can't help you more with that. I mean, you are a citizen. You have every right to do anything you want, and UWC has to respond to you. And they are slow. I completely understand. But that's the nature of COVID. And then July, August, holiday season. Plus, schools have been super slow during COVID. So, sorry, man. I mean, I wish I could help you more, but it's a reality. Sometimes with some universities, it takes months to get a response or to defer an admission, right? And there might be a fee that you have to pay. So you just have to talk to them regularly and email their registration, email the admission. That's the only thing you can do. I'm sorry if I couldn't be of any help. But yeah, folks, that was our first Canadian citizen asking a question on our Instagram channel for non-residents. But that's okay. Everybody's welcome because, hey, we're all here. No, it's not a session for UCW students, Wahid. I'm not sure where you got that from, but where did you hear that this was a session for UCW students? I mean, I mean, it's okay. I mean, we welcome. Hey, we're all immigrants until we become Canadian citizens. So Wahid, you are living the dream right now. Okay, you are living the dream of every applicant out there who is an international student or planning to become one. So Safe Bagger is asking, does getting a visitor visa refused multiple times have any negative effect? Yeah, it does. They say it doesn't, but yes, it does. 2 times, 3 times, it's bad. It's at some point they stop looking at your file and just refuse it. They just press the button, refused. Danga94 is asking, is it easier to apply for a visa if I have the acceptance letter from a college? If I have the acceptance letter, if you're applying for a study permit, Dangan, you need an acceptance letter from either a language school, a college, or university. That's mandatory, or a high school, a designated learning institute. Thank you so much. I'm in session. Have a great day. No problem, Wahid. Take care. So yeah, Dangan94, if you're applying for a study permit, having a letter of acceptance is mandatory. It's not optional. If the higher the education, the better chances of a study permit. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So yes, everybody, if there's any more questions, let us know. We're happy to help anybody with Canadian immigration matters. Just simple questions, complicated eligibility. I'm in the wrong session. Yeah, no worries, Wahid. You gotta figure out where your session is. It was nice chatting with you, though. Take care. Yeah. So everybody, we're gonna wrap up. If nobody has any questions, if you do have questions, post them now in the comments section. If you don't, hold your peace forever. Okay, we're back here next Tuesday, and we can answer questions every Tuesday, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Okay, if there's no questions, I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're here next Tuesday, 9 a.m., 5 p.m., North America Standard Eastern Time. Happy to help out. The recording of this will be available on our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook channel. Okay, take care, everybody, and remember, in immigration, Canadian immigration, you're guilty until proven innocent, and that's a fact. Thank you to Facebook.